Eggs are a great item to enjoy for breakfast the world over, but in our house, it's a perfect hack to have for dinner. My frittatas have ingredients in it based on my mood, based on my whims, and more importantly, based on items that I have lying around in my refrigerator. Today, I'm going to create a very smoky bacon and potato frittata. Don't forget to subscribe, hit on the bell icon and walk with me as we have the most fantastic dinner. Into a pan, nice and hot, goes in nearly 200 grams of smoked bacon cubes, and you want it to sizzle, render its fat and leave out all its smoky goodness. I'm not adding any oil, I just want it to brown in its own fat. 2 to 3 minutes into the process, it gets nice and crisped up. Now cook it till it suits you fine. We like it to have a little bit of substance into it as well. So we're just going to lift these off, and I'm going to cook the onions into this gorgeous bacon fat. But before that, a small food hack. For the frittata, although I'm going to bake it in the oven, I'm not using a frittata pan, I'm just using a cast iron frying pan out here. So into that, I'm just going to grease it with all this bacon fat. So this is a great food hack where you have all that smoky fat flavor running through and through. So just give it a good swirl all around and set this on the side. Allowing the temperature to come right back up, in goes 2 to 3 chilies. I'm using 1 green, 1 red, 1 yellow, just things that I have in the kitchen. 6 cloves of garlic. I like to cut the chilies a little fat so that if you can't handle the heat, you can pull them off while enjoying this frittata. Into this goes 1 sliced red onion. Just saute this. We're allowing it to sweat lightly, and we're going to actually remove this out as well. At this stage, you can remove this out and keep it on the side, or like me, take 1 regular potato, thinly sliced, and just add that into this entire pan. This gives your frittata some kind of depth. I want the potatoes to have a bit of crunch, so I'm just going to cook it for 2 to 3 minutes till the flavors combine and they have that element of crunch right into it. While we allow the potatoes to cook for another minute to a minute and a half, into a glass bowl out here, I've got 8 eggs. Into this goes 100 grams of grated cheese. I'm using grated English cheddar. You can use any cheese that you have available with you. Put that in, just to give it that cheesy goodness. Into this, you have to season it, so about half a teaspoon of salt, not too much because your bacon is salty, but go overboard with the black pepper. So nearly 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper going in as well. Just whisk everything together, and into this you add nearly 100 ml of cream. Just pour the whole thing in and whisk it away. You don't need to whisk this too much. You just want the salt, pepper, the cheese and the cream to emulsify really well with the eggs. And finally, you want some speck of flavor to come through with some flat leaf parsley. So nearly a medium-sized bunch, or basically 1.5 tablespoons of that. Whisk it all, and this is ready for the grand layering. With the potatoes nearly 60% done, now I like alternating them in layers with the bacon. So a few slices with the onions and the chili going down. Just going to take some bacon cubes, scatter it through, and put the next set as well. Just scatter the potatoes through and through. And if you're lazy like me, just dump everything, because it's all about eating all those flavors through and through. The last of those gorgeous red and yellow red chili bits into this. Just allow it to nestle together really well. And lastly, some more bacon cubes. You can never go short of bacon in a frittata. It's perfect marriage of flavors. Just pour that great egg liaison into this entire creation. And you can bake it or cook it on a low heat. Lazy cooking just calls for this to be dumped into the oven at 160 degrees Celsius on the fan mode for about 20 minutes. Another alternative is cook it on your stove top, slow heat, cover it with a foil to maintain the internal temperature. Works well even in that method. Working with a frittata is really very simple. The moment it rises a bit and the center is set, it's ready. All you need to do is watch it every now and then to get the most decadent dinner ready. This ends up being a really soul-satisfying and substantial meal when paired with some sourdough bread slices, or like me, just cut it into wedges and enjoy it sitting on the couch watching some TV. A perfect midweek dinner to enjoy. Don't forget to share loads of love by hitting on the like button. Stay safe, stay blessed, and more importantly, don't forget to subscribe.